contains adult language and poorly impersonated celebrity voices and parodies. Listener discretion is advised.
What is this episode? This will be 107, right?
This is episode 10. I don't fucking know because we don't keep track anymore. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Devil You Know.
Yeah, I think it's 107, dude.
Is it?
It could be.
Well,
It could be
106
something around there.
was our villain show with the Magisters.
Yet to be released.
No.
Not by
It's
the
already
time
been
this is
released. Adam, I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, we record 9 shows and then release them as they come out. No.
Well, anyway, whatever number it is, welcome to the show.
It's 107.
And once again, we're going to be talking about some amazing art because COS puts out some fucking awesome artists.
Yeah, talented individuals. Adam, who are they looking at?
Yeah.
Not that the name tag under his, under his video shows who he is, but tell us about him, Adam.
Yes. Today we have Citizen of the Infernal Empire, Carl Porter. He's an amazing artist. He sculpts these figures. He's a photographer, and he's just going to tell us all about himself. So welcome to the show, Carl.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
What's happening, man? Where you at, Carl? What neck of the woods you in?
I'm pretty much in the woods. I'm in Lancaster with the Amish.
Aha!
Nice.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those Lancaster choppers T-shirts that has like the Amish guy with like the chopper wheels on it.
Is that why you're in a wood room? You're in an all wooden room. Are you
Is that
Amish?
cedar? Is that cedar?
I am not, but this is a very small Amish town, and this house was built, I think, in the 40s or 50s. I think.
Did you grow the beard to fit in?
No. If I really wanted to fit in, I'd have to shave the stash off.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Right.
Me.
Yeah, Satanists can become invisible in any room, so
Yeah.
He
Come.
knows.
All right.
That's right. I have enough black clothes to fit in. So.
I want to add that you could be tagged as Dorian Gray on Facebook easily.
Why? Not
My
anymore.
beard's a little shorter.
Look at him.
Wait a minute.
He's got a beard. Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow.
All right.
Yeah, kind
anyway.
of. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Dorian. Where were we?
No, you're not.
No, those jokes never get old.
Right.
Dorian's gonna punch you when he sees you.
Yes.
I'm holding my thumb in. That's how you get you. Yeah. Anyway,
Dorian's just your everyday man. So.
I don't know
whatever that means.
I don't know
Carl,
if that's
I've been on
good
your
enough.
website, man. CarlEricPorter.com. Pretty amazing stuff, man. The photography you're
thank you.
doing, the sculptures that you're doing. Tell us, let's start with the photography. How did you get involved in that?
Always liked it, but I didn't really start taking it, to a serious degree until started working on some independent films in the area of Baltimore, and started doing a lot of just like candid behind the scenes kind of stuff for whatever projects we were working on, and then eventually some people started needing some headshots, and I had started. A friend of mine got me a job working at a family-owned photography studio. So I started to learn a little bit more there, and I had access to the studio. So I'd bring people in, I'd do some headshots, and, it kind of just took off from there. And then I started enjoying it more and figured, I'm going to start doing some more artistic stuff like I've always wanted to do.
Set up a casting couch.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's not enough room in there for a couch, but there was a small bench.
Hey, whatever works. Pair of San Franciscan sandals would be fine. Awesome.
So that grew into a love, of course. Did you start sharing photography like just through the internet, or did you do any art shows, or?
I've done a couple of art shows. I did a pinup series based on Twin Peaks. Got the waitress dress from Twin Peaks, and
yeah, is that you know that girl personally, or is that just a model? The red.
Well, I met her on a shoot that a friend of mine did for his cousin's salon, And then we got to talking. I said, I have this idea for a shoot I'd like to do. So she came in and we did the shoot. And then I sent those photos to there was an art show in Seattle called Between Two Worlds, Fire Walk With Me. And so I had prints there for sale, and then I had some for display. And then there's a big festival for Twin Peaks in the UK. And I tried to send some prints over there originally, and proved to be a little expensive. So then I had a print shop over there print them, and they hung them up. And sad thing is I don't know how they turned out, because some print shop overseas had to print them and deliver them there because FedEx wanted $500 to ship my prints.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've done the 2 art shows there, and looking for a couple more to maybe get into. But submitted some of my photos to Dark Beauty magazine, and they've shared a couple of my photos, three of them so far, on all those social media and their website. So yeah, that's about it for that.
There's some stuff on Old
I've
Yeah, there you
thought
go.
about that, but I don't have anything quite as
nudie.
Right.
That's what you need the magazine for. You just hold it up for the models and go, "Can you do that?"
I'm
Amish
sure I
chick.
could find people to do that. Yeah, with a butter churn, just.
Yeah. Casting couch. Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Hey, so tell us about, like, because we could show them while you're talking about them, of course, some of your favorite shots and why.
I think some of my favorite shots came from the Twin Peaks shoot that I did, just because everything came together pretty well. I had somebody there to do some hair and makeup for me. I had an assistant there with me to move my lights around, so I didn't have to move all around myself and trip over stuff. So everything just came together so perfectly for that. Another one that turned out really well was sorry, something blew up on the screen there. Another shoot that went really well was there's one where we were just kind of practicing around, me and a friend. We were experimenting with different lights, so tried using daylight fluorescence and got his sister. And some of those shots turned out just, gorgeous, so sharp and, well lit. Yeah. So those I really like. And
tell us about his sister. Is she hot?
She's okay. Yeah.
Nice. Did you boner? Anyway,
No.
let's.
Boner? Who's got a boner?
You get a boner. We're such dorks. Where were we?
Maturity level.
It's like, boys will be boys.
Us and our fucking frat boy humor, right?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So other areas of art, did photography come before your other, your artistry in general, your sculpting, or does that come later?
Sculpting kind of started. They all kind of work together. Another thing that got me into photography was wanting to take really nice photos of my sculptures. So that's when I bought my first nice camera, and I only kind of bought it for that, and then it grew from there. But for sculpture, I always loved it as a kid, from Play-Doh, but again, it wasn't until I was older that I started really kind of focusing on it, and I would just kind of do some really weird stuff, just that, I would just start sculpting.
Look at that guy.
Whatever came to mind, was
so
just
cool.
That was it.
Yeah.
So,
that looks like a character from Labyrinth.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
One of us always
probably
lies.
lives in the bog of eternal stench.
Yeah.
Hoggle.
Yeah. Which isn't too far from where I live. Yeah.
Hey, that's the Twin Peaks chick right behind you, right? The waitress on your.
Yeah, it is. Those are actually some of the prints that were hanging at the art show. They sent them back to me.
Nice. You ever
That was a
masturbate to him?
great shoot. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Me
John
neither.
did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, don't lie.
Dude, he is right now.
Fucking liar.
No,
Yeah.
I need video now. I did pictures fucking when I was like a kid. I moved up to video. So,
Escalated.
they got to be moving, doing stuff. Nice.
Right. So, yeah.
Well, that's cool,
So
man.
anyway,
do you have any
continue about
plans?
sculpting.
Yeah, do you have any plans to like you got any projects that are coming up or any art gallery things you're doing or any shoots you're doing that are going to be a part of like something crazy awesome?
There's an event locally here coming up. I think it's at the end of April or end of May, where these people just rent out a huge park and all these photographers, makeup artists, costume people, and models just go and everybody just hooks up and shoots a bunch of cool pictures together in the woods. So
Wow.
I did an event like that just before Halloween. They had one and hooked up with a couple of people, got a couple of cool shots. I used one of Adam's skulls in those shots that I did.
Damn right you did. That's nice, dude.
Yeah, so it was fun. It's a good way to, meet extra people and stuff like that. So I'm going to do another one.
Nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
And you do digital stuff too? Because I get like on your pictures on your website, I see like I don't know if you're using Lightroom, if you're doing some effects with the lights and different effects, but it looks pretty cool, man. It draws you right in.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of digital art. I would download a bunch of source images, put them together, and kind of make them look like my own thing. And that's what got me into doing the artistic photography as opposed to just headshots and stuff like that. Is because I always kind of wanted to do that stuff, but didn't have the know-how or the equipment. And now that I do, a lot of it is trying to set up the lights and make sure everything looks perfect. But I do a lot of work in post for color and highlights and shadows and stuff like that.
Nice. And you did a digital painting for The Devil's Reign 3, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell us about
Yes,
that.
I did. Since it was giant monsters, I thought I'd go a little bit political with the image that I did. So
you did a giant orange blob?
not quite, but
Wait
I did
for
it. I did a giant, social justice warrior feminist, with the pink and purple swirly hair and the little cat glasses and, just huge and massive, tearing through D.C. and, breaking the Washington Monument because it's phallic and it's the patriarchy. And,
I don't like it.
that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty fun.
My opinion matters.
Yeah.
This is what a feminist looks like.
Awesome, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one sculpture that really came to mind when I booked you for this show was the sculpture that you made of Dr. LeVay, and you posted that. It was amazing, and the fact that you're able to visualize something and sculpt it into a three-dimensional object is a true talent. And I've seen your other sculptures of Jason Voorhees. Is going to be, what'd you tell me? It was going to be in some documentary about Jason Goes to Hell. I mean, that's true. That's true talent. We should show some of these pictures on the show here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with Dr. LeVay.
Hell yeah.
You got one handy?
Okay. Yeah, I do. I have. They're all 1/6 scale.
Mm-hmm.
So this is.
Look at that. Huh.
Yeah.
It's got a fully articulated head. It can go up and down and everything.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not quite on there all the way right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite on there all the way right now because I'm not
Gotcha.
quite finished with it. So, he's got his sword,
Awesome.
nice
Wow.
cape and everything.
Not too bad.
How many hours
That's
go
cool.
like that?
Several,
How many
Adam. Several, Adam. Several
Well,
So what?
hours.
with this
Oh,
this
yeah.
particular sculpt, I spent weeks trying to get it just right. And then when I made the first mold of it, my molding material had gotten thick from too much heat up here in this room.
Yeah.
And
It looks like an
kind
attic,
of-
by the way. Is that an attic?
No, it's a second. It's just got a weird, like an attic
to the
kind of
roof.
room.
Yeah.
It's an Amish
Um,
room.
Yeah, kind of. But the first mold ruined the sculpture, so I had to completely redo it.
Oh.
So it took quite a long time. And I did a cool variant I think you might like. Hold on.
All right, take your time.
Now this one's not quite finished, but
Oh,
Okay.
I did a
okay.
bit of a
Okay.
Devil's Rain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So still working on that one a little bit, but
Oh,
Very
that's
cool.
fucking killer.
That's
Dude.
a great idea. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
You got the Jason
Thank you.
Voorhees handy?
I do. This one is in a little bit sad shape. It
Did he get fat? What happened? What do you mean?
got
actually,
very
to be accurate to the
downhill.
film, this one's not as fat as it should be, but didn't quite survive the move as well as it should have. But I'm redoing a little bit of it anyway, since they want to see nice pictures of it for the
Wow.
documentary.
That's
Um,
amazing.
I love that one Gollum hair sticking out. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, and then
Oh man, that's killer.
the
Yeah.
mask doesn't quite stay on by itself anymore, but he's also got exposed
Nice.
bloody spine in there.
Wow, man.
You know.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
We all want one now. We're like, oh.
I know. I know. No, that's really cool, man. Damn.
Well, we know where to get one, right? carlporter.com.
Yeah, I'm reworking it. So
Then you did
Yeah,
you
when
got
you-
one where it's like a green. Was that the mask?
oh yes, this one is the mask.
Look at that.
Oh.
Or in the comic series, he was called Big Head.
Yeah.
This is how he appeared in the comic book, which
Somebody
is
save me! Yeah.
superior to the film. Very dark and gory and
Yeah. Yeah.
violent. So,
Now you paint all that yourself. You do everything yourself. Everything, right?
yep, I sculpt it, I mold it, I make them out of resin, I paint them, and the clothing I do not make. I don't have a sewing machine. I wouldn't know where to begin, so I spend a lot of time looking for just the right parts for
Yeah.
them, which sometimes can get expensive because these orange pants that the mask here is wearing, they cost me like $50.
What? My jeans don't cost. Well, no, they do. Listen, what? Wow. No, that's awesome. And so, have you ever thought of getting into like makeup and stuff like that, and doing props and stuff?
I've actually done some props and makeup
way.
for some independent films, and I did some makeup and props for Haunted House that horror convention ran for a while.
Nice.
But nothing too crazy or spectacular. No like full on makeups or anything. Just little things like little slit wrist things,
Yeah.
or props I would make would be like old book props. I'd age the books and bake them and make them look old, and
Nice.
just little things like that.
Very cool, man.
Very cool, man.
How old are you, man? I was wondering. If you know.
34.
34. Man,
Youngster.
I remember those
Yeah.
days. Yeah. Awesome. Is that a sword behind you and a red chair behind there? Is that a sword?
That's probably several swords behind that red chair. Yeah,
Okay. We don't have to see them. I love swords. I just wondered.
they're I think they're Kill Bill replicas, Hattori Hanzo's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. So I'm reading your bio here. You also dabble in making electronic music.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. You got any thing you want to share?
I'm gonna go with the name of the track is Graves 12. Because as I make them, I don't have like a title in mind. I just kind of I write and make it until it kind of just flows and sounds the way that I think it should. So,
Right on.
so I just name them like whatever, and then a number so I can go back to it until it's completed and finished. Then I create a title for it, but that particular one won't have an exact title.
All right, everyone. Graves 12.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Nice.
right. That's
You
definitely
should make a
electronic.
track. Make a
Huh?
track and have John rap over it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd pay $1.99 on iTunes for that, for sure.
Yeah? Oh, shit.
Oh,
we
yeah.
could,
Fuck yeah.
split that, dude. We'll be rich.
Yeah, you'll have $1 each.
There's probably 3 people that would buy it, man. We can get like gum. We can get like some gum.
Nice, man. Nice job. Nice
No,
work.
that's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome. Talk about
Many talents.
Satanism. You are a citizen of the Infernal Empire.
Wait, what? I'm out of here. That's terrible. Oh, sorry.
Devil worshippers. How long ago did you join the church?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay. And what made you join? Just wondering.
I felt it was the thing that best represented, how I felt, and thought they do a lot of good for kind of, clearing up misconceptions in the public, sometimes. So I thought, I'd like to show my support, register. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Right on.
Good. Yeah. Really good. So how old were you when you first, happened upon it?
I remember seeing something on TV about Dr. LaVey passing on.
Oh.
And I remember going, there's a Church of Satan, like I didn't know anything about this. So as I got a little older and started listening to certain types of music, I started becoming a little bit more aware of it. But it wasn't until I was about 16, 17 that I first got a copy for myself and read through it.
Nice. Awesome.
Did it stick with you right away, or was it like something you kind of shelved for a while, or?
Well, I was really into it at first, and then I'll be honest, I kind of got to the part about magic, and I was like, what is this? And I kind of, I put it down for a while, and then as I got older, I picked it back up again and read it, and I was like, oh, that's not what I thought at all. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome. Very cool.
I
So
think that's an easy thing for some people at first to not be able to distinguish or don't understand the difference between the recognizing the unexplained that is still part of the natural versus supernatural.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm glad I didn't join when I was so young because I didn't, have the full understanding.
Sure.
And you probably didn't have the $100 either.
Probably not.
That's awesome, man. So, does any family know or friends know that you're a Satanist?
I have a couple of friends that know. No family knows.
Yeah.
They'd probably keel over,
Midwest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an aunt who's a nun, so.
Wow.
She hot?
Yes, I was gonna say that. You asked.
Hey, none of your business.
He's like, she looks just like me. Got a full-grown beard. Yeah,
That's right.
all right. So that's cool. You keep it hidden. So your friends that know, though, I mean, they give you a shit about it? Did they not understand it and call you a devil worshiper?
No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
just like, oh, okay.
Well, so you don't have friends like mine. All right, that's cool.
Not
Well,
yet.
and I think just the fact that the minute you do any kind of artwork that revolves around Dr. LaVey, you're going to have to explain to people. Because they're going to say, who is that? And the minute you say Church of Satan, they're like, well, why'd you do that? So, yeah.
Yeah, I posted some photos of the LaVey figure on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and I lost quite a few followers over it.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah,
it's
they
okay.
always
It's
ask me
okay to
questions.
it's okay to sculpt a mass murderer, though. That's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
People are strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
All righty.
So listen, I got a question for you. What does Satan mean to you?
I would say freedom would probably be the best thing, because, if it represents, the animalistic side of myself, And if I can really come to terms with that and really accept that and who I am, then I can be really liberated and much more free to, do as I please and not feel the guilt, that so many other people live with. Other people always like, oh, I don't want to do this because I'd feel bad, or, I don't want to do this thing because somebody else will see it, and, blah, blah, blah. And, and I just don't feel that way anymore. It's freedom.
That's great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great answer. Definitely the top 100.
7.
Yeah. Or 8.
Well, Carl, I mean, you are now devil we know. It was really great getting to know you.
You too.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Amazing
on, man.
work too, man.
Yeah,
amazing
really
work.
stuff.
Yeah.
Keep
Thank
it
you very
up,
much.
man. Keep push yourself and push us.
Yeah, I'm a fan of all
Truly-
your work
Truly
too.
talented.
Oh, thanks, man. And Adam too. He's doing all the. Did you see the skull shit he's doing? He's doing like skull shit.
Yeah, I know. I got one back here.
Nice.
Now you gotta see what's next.
Oh yeah, he's
See
got
what he's
something
doing
coming-
now.
he got something
Oh,
coming
I
down
saw a
the
little
pike.
preview. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Good, man. Like Dorian said at the beginning of the show, the Church of Satan has a lot of talent.
Yes, it does.
Truer words have never been
Absolutely.
spoken. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Till next time, everyone. Hail
Hail
Satan.
Satan.
Hail Satan.